gonna learn today? We will gonna learn in Biology Form 4, Chapter 10, which is the subtopic is 10.5 Blood Groups of Humans. So I will talk to you about the antigens, antibodies, and also the RH factors. With who? With me, Cikgu Ira. So, are you guys ready? Because I'm ready. So, let's start! So, this is what we're going to learn today, which are antigens, antibodies, and also the RH factors. So, the first thing we will talk about the blood types. We have 4 blood types, which are types A, types B, type AB, and also types O. So, the first thing first, before we gonna move further, we must to know about the concept first. Okay, the first concept is we must to know about the antigens and also the antibodies. So, we go with the antigen first. So, this is antigen is known as a surface markers. This is because the antigen can be found on the surface of the red blood cells. So, if this is your red blood cells and this is your antigens. Why the antigens is considered as the markers? This is because the antigen that found on the surface of the red blood cells, it can determine what kind of the types of red blood cells in the human body. So if you have A antigens, means that you have a blood types of A, and if you have a B antigens, means that you have a B blood types. And if there's both of the antigens, which is A and B antigens, means that your blood is AB. And if there is no of the antigens, means that your blood types is O blood types. Also, you can remember it as a 0. This is because there is a 0 antigens. So, it is considered as a 0 blood types. Okay? So, besides the antigen become the surface markers, it also have the another important function, which is antigens can trigger the immune response, which is it will related with the antibodies. So, antigens and antibodies must become opposites. Okay, antibodies can be found on the outside in the plasma, and antibodies can interact with the antigen, which it can trigger the immune response. Like I said, the antigens and antibody are related. So, we will gonna talk about the antibodies. So, antibodies, if you have A antigen in your red blood cells, which is the A blood types, means that your antibody will become antibody B, which is, I said before, antigen and the antibody must become opposite, which is if you have a A antigen and your antibody must become antibody B. Okay, so if you have A antigen, which is A blood type, means that your antibody will doesn't make any response to the A blood types because they have the same antigens. But if you have a B antigens, means that it has a stranger antigen, which is the antibody means that anti-B, means that it doesn't like the B, right? So if you have a B antigen, means that the antibody B will attack the antigen B, which is the stranger, right? So again, like I said, the antibodies and antigen must be opposite. So if you have the antigen B with the type B, means that your antibody will become antibody A. And if the person came with the antigen B, means that there is no any reaction because antibody A only reacts to the antigen A. But there is no any antigen A right now, so there is no any reaction occur. But if the person came with the both antigen, which is the A antigen and also the B antigen, it will cause any reaction, which is it can interact the antibody A, which is triggered is the immune response towards the antigen A. This is because the antibody A means that it doesn't like the antigen A, right? So it will cause the reaction, which is the antibody A will attack the antigen A, even though there is an antigen B there. So this is usually happen when during the transfusion of the blood. So this is because of there is not incompatible. So this is dangerous, can cause to the death. So next we will go for the AB blood types. Okay, remember about the opposite concepts. Okay, since the AB blood types meaning that there is both of the antigens, which is the antigen A and also the antigen B. As you can see that there is the opposite antigen on the same surface of the red blood cells, meaning that there is no antibodies appear here. So if the person came with the antigen A, which is type blood A, meaning that there is no any reaction take place because there is no antibodies and it is not trigger any immune response here. So it same goes with the person with the B blood types, AB blood types and also O blood types. There is no reaction will occur between all these types of blood cells. So that's why the AB is known as the universal recipient, meaning that the AB blood type it can receive from the any kind of the type of the red blood cells. So this person can receive any kinds of blood. Now let me move forward to the types O blood. So O meaning zero antigens, right? So again, the opposite concept of the antibodies and antigens. If we do not have any antigen on the surface of the type O blood, what do you think we have in the plasma? We have antibodies A and antibodies B, always the opposite. So zero antigens meaning that antibodies A and antibodies B in the plasma. This means that only one thing, which is only O blood types, can appear. This is because type O blood types doesn't have any antigen on the surface, meaning that antibody A and antibody B would not have attacked the blood type O. If the patient with the antigen A, antibodies will attack the antigen A. It same goes to the antigen B. So if the antigen B is present, meaning that the antibody B will attack the antigen B. Since the type O there is not contain any antigens on the surface, this blood type can consider to be a universal donor. So if you give this blood type O blood to a person that have a type A blood, meaning that it have a antigens here and it also will have the antibodies B. These antibodies will not react because the O blood doesn't have any antigens to react, right? It same goes with the blood type B, where they have the B antigen on the surface and they have the antibodies A. These antibodies cannot destroy the A blood types. This is because there is no antigen presence here. Of course, for the AB persons too doesn't have any antibodies, it would not have any reaction at all. This making type of O blood to be a universal donor. The way we want to remember is the O here, the O in the donor, O donor. The both of the O is present, the zero antigens are universal donor. So let's we go review. Okay, so For the blood types A, it will have the antigen A and antibodies is antibody B. Remember, antigen and antibodies are opposite. Next, the blood types B, it will have the antigen B and the antibodies A. For the AB blood types, the antigen is present both of the antigen, which is the antigen A and also the antigen B. So the antibodies must be opposite with the antigen, which is there is no antibodies here. So for the last blood type, which is O, meaning that the antigen for the O, there is no antigens appear here. But in the antibodies, it will have the antibody B and also the antibody A. So we will gonna look what kind of this blood type is compatible with the other blood types. So for the blood types, it has the antigen A, and of course it will have the antibody B, right? Because the antigen A and also the antibody B, it must be opposite. So if the blood type is A blood types, meaning that it will compatible with the A blood types and also the O blood type. This is because the A doesn't have the antigen B, and also the O, it doesn't have any antigen, whether it is A or B, meaning that the antibody B will not have any reaction with the blood type A and also blood type O. Okay, next for the blood types B, since it has the B antigen, meaning that it will have the antibody A, so it will compatible with the blood type B and also the blood type A. This is because the blood type A, there is no any presence of the antigen A, and also for the blood type O, which is there is no any antigens. Therefore, the antibody A doesn't have any reaction with these two blood types. Therefore, blood types B can receive from the blood type B and also from the blood types O. Next, for the AB, it means that there is both of the antigen, which is the antigen A and also the antigen B. So remember about the opposite concept. When there is both of these antigen, means that there is no antibodies is appear. So AB can receive from the A types, B type, AB and also the O types, means that there is no any reaction occur to this kind of and this blood. So the AB can receive from this kind of bloods. Okay, next the last one is O blood types, which is O blood type, there is no any antigen occur here. So the antibody will have the antibody B and also the antibody A. So when we see this, it means that only one blood types can give to the O blood types, which is the O blood types only. This is because the O blood types, there is no any antigen A and also antibody antigen B, meaning that antibody B and antibody A cannot react with the any kind of the antigen here. But if it have the other blood, it will react and destroy them. This is can cause to the death. Okay, so we go for the RH factors. Okay, RH factors, this is as you can see, if you can see that here, if the blood with the RH factors, it means that it with the positive to the blood types R. Okay, if the blood type have the RH factors, it means that the blood type is became A positive. But if the blood type A doesn't have any RH factors, it means that the A blood type is A negative. And also same goes with the blood type B. If the blood type B have the RH factors, it means that the blood type is B positive. If there is no any kind of the RH factors here in the blood of B, it means that the blood is become B negative. And if the person have the AB AB blood with the RH factors, means that the A blood becomes AB positive, and if there is no any kind of the RH factor, the AB blood types become AB negative. And lastly, same goes with the O person. With the O blood type person, if they have the RH factor, means that the O blood will become the O positive, and same goes with the with the O negative. It will become O negative when there is no RH factors appear here. So we're gonna go more detail on the RH factors, which is we're gonna detail about by one, which is the RH factors. When there is the presence of the RH factors, it means that the A blood types will become the A positive. So let's see which is the presence of the RH factors in the blood type, which kind of blood they can compatible with. So if the blood type is present with the RH factors, so it will become A positive, meaning that the A positive blood type can compatible with the positive of A blood types, and also the positive of the O blood types, and also the negative negative A blood types and the negative O blood types. It means that if there is the presence of the RH factors in any blood types, it means that the positive sign can receive from the negative and from the positive, and also from the negative blood types. Same goes with the B blood type. If the B have the presence of the RH factors, means that it will become the B positive, right? So same goes with the B plus. B positive, it will compatible with the plus or minus from the B blood types and also the O blood types, meaning that it will compatible with the B positive, O positive, and also B negative, and also and also O positive. It will receive from both of these kind blood types. Okay, next from the AB. If the AB positive, it also same with the above, which is it also can receive from the other kind of the blood, whether it is positive or negative. So it can receive from the A positive, B positive, AB positive, O positive, and also it compatible with the A negative, B negative, AB negative, and also the O negative. So AB plus can receive from all this kind of type bloods. Okay, and then the last one is the O plus. O positive is the O positive. Same goes with the others, which is it will gonna receive. It can receive from the both of the O positive and also the O negative. O positive can receive from both O positive and from the O negative. Okay, this is the blood with the RH factors, which is have the positive sign. But if we have the blood with doesn't have the RH factors, it means all our blood will have the negative signs. So such as like blood types A, if there is no the presence of the RH factors, it means the A blood types will become the A negative. So it will compatible with what? So let us see here, which is the A negative will compatible with only the negative blood types only. It will compatible with the negative A and negative O only. There is no of the positive blood types, meaning that the A negative cannot receive the blood type from the positive blood types. It only can receive from the negative blood types only. Okay, so for the same goes with the B negative, it also we can receive from the negative blood types and also the O blood types only. And for the AB negative, it also can receive from the negative A, negative B, negative AB, and also negative O. So means that it's only received from these kind types of the blood which is have the negative sign, not from the positive sign. And lastly, O positive, O negative which is only received from the negative O only, which is only received from the blood type O that have the negative sign. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you. So that's all from me. I hope you guys understand this topic and see you again with Cikgu Ira, and bye.